There's Pro 12 action at the Liberty Stadium again this weekend when Leinster visit on Friday night. Join us now to look ahead to the game in the company of Dan Baker and Jeff Hassler. Dan started 2016 with a win over the Dragons last week. A big month continues, Leinster home this Friday night. What's the mood in the camp? How are preparations going?
Yeah, I think boys are happy. We had two good wins over the derby over Christmas, but now it's time to move on, and we are climbing this table slowly, and we've had some good wins, so hopefully we can keep progressing ourselves.
Leinster, good form in the Pro 12, up to second place over Christmas with two derby wins themselves. It's going to be difficult.
Yeah, playing Leinster is always difficult for us. I think we know what we've got to do, and we've got to play well on the day to beat them, really.
What the view from the camp? What are the coaches saying to you ahead of the game? What type of things they tell you to look out for with Leinster?
I think it's more about ourselves. We need to do our basics well. I think from the Dragons it was a bit scrappy towards the end. I think we just need to concentrate on ourselves and do what we need to do to get the win.
And it is one game at a time, but it's a massive month of games in January, Pro 12 and Europe. It's an exciting time. It's a time I would have thought you want to be heavily involved on the pitch.
Yeah, you always want to be playing, you always want to be starting when you're a player, but yeah, it's a team at the end of the day, and we've got a couple of tough games coming up in Europe as well, so I think week by week I think we need to look at the games.
And I think you talk about it as a team effort. I think it's not just a 15-man game or 23-man game anymore. If we're going to achieve anything this season, it's about 45, 50 people all pulling in, putting their weight in it and behind the effort and doing what they can to help the Ospreys achieve. Yeah,
like you said, we have got a big squad. I think during every session we do train as a squad, and the boys who don't play put a tough effort in during training.
But nothing beats actually pulling the shirt on a match day, as you've been doing the last couple of weeks, and actually making an impact on the pitch.
No, I think that's what we train for. We train hard every day to be able to put that jersey on at the end of the week, to be able to play and represent the jersey.
The Ospreys take on Leinster in the Pro 12 at the Liberty Stadium on Friday night. Kick-off is 7:45 p.m. With just 9 points separating first from 8th in the table, every fixture counts, so make sure you get behind the Ospreys at the Liberty Stadium on Friday. Next weekend sees a return to European Rugby Champions Cup action at the Liberty as the Ospreys take on Clermont Auvergne in a match that will go a long way to decide the battle for qualification. Tickets for both matches are available now from the ticket office, via the ticket hotline, or online at ospreysrugby.com/buy tickets. Buy now and print at home to beat the matchday queues. The Ospreys will once again be wearing their regular home jersey against Leinster on Friday. Get behind the team and wear your replica jersey as well. With 20% off the home jersey in the club shop until Sunday the 10th of January, there's never been a better time to buy your own Ospreys shirt. After its successful launch at the Dragons match, the Black and White Lounge will once again be open for business at the Clermont fixture on Friday the 15th. Book now to ensure your space, as demand is sure to be high. With sharing platters, complimentary for your Prosecco, and a modern, vibrant atmosphere, it's going to be a match day to remember. Book now by calling the hospitality team on 01792 616 488 or email hospitality@ospreysrugby.com with all inquiries. Jeff, Christmas derby out of the way, Ospreys back up in contention for Europe and for the playoffs. Big game against Leinster on the weekend. How are you looking forward to it?
Yeah, it'll be a big test for us. Obviously, they're looking pretty good at near the top of the table there. But we've had a couple good weeks, good wins, hard-fought wins, and hopefully we learn from that, push through kind of in the league table here with Leinster to take us into a good block of Europe.
You're one of the boys who missed the start of the season because of World Cup duty, and it was a frustrating time for everyone left in Australia. We lost a few games at the start of the season. We had a lot of ground to make up. Now you look at the top 8 of the table, there's just 9 points from top to 8th. We're just 4 points off the playoffs and off the European spot and off the top 4, so it's everything there to play for.
Yeah, it's kind of pivotal time this season. Obviously, we did put ourselves in a bit of a hole, so it's kind of cliche, but every week's a big match for us now because we've climbed our way back in, but we do want to push and make sure that we make that playoff spot. And we're in a pretty good position at the moment right now, but the table is pretty competitive, and some teams are playing some pretty good rugby right now. So hopefully we just focus on this next game against Leinster and get another win under our belts.
When you're talking cliches, there's no margin for error now for us. Each game counts. So you really can't afford to look ahead, even though there's a huge month ahead of us of Europe and Pro 12 action. You really do have to look at just focusing on the job in hand each week.
Yeah, obviously, there's obviously a big emphasis put on Europe, but Leinster, massive competitors, and we've just got to focus on them and not worry about the position that we have put ourselves in Europe. And they're going to come to Liberty and want to get a win, and especially going into the second half of the season, all of our home games especially are very important ones to win, so we've got to focus on them first.
The Dragons game wasn't perhaps pretty at times, but it was job done. It was a win to allow us to kick off 2016 with 4 points. What's the coaches taking it? What have they said since then, and how are they looking at improving and building on this weekend's game?
Yeah, I think after the game there's a bit of disappointment from everyone, coaches and players both included. We're just kind of putting ourselves in a bit of a hole and not doing the simple things right. So we just looked back at the game film, reviewed it, and tried to pinpoint areas where we can get a little bit better and work on those basics so that we can regroup going into this 2016 and regroup and build from that. So obviously it wasn't an amazing win, but we scraped by and we're happy with it.
On you on a personal level, since you came back from the World Cup, it's been stop-start for you, and you had a bit of illness as well over the last couple of weeks. How are you feeling now? You're fighting fit, raring to go again?
Yeah, it's been a bit of a struggle, obviously, with the injuries and then getting sick on top of that. But yeah, I'm feeling good now, back training with the boys, full go. So hopefully, that continues and get to be in a couple more fixtures this year.
That's all for now. Don't forget, Ospreys v Leinster, Liberty Stadium Friday night. Make sure you get your tickets now and support the cause.